Well, hello, lovelies. I thought I would drop in and do a video transmission for us because I had some interesting insights over the weekend in regards to this beautiful angelic transmission of energy coming down to us right now around the whole planet to really support us in our lives and for this year going forward. There is almost like a gate opening, which is like a gate of light opening, that all the angels are sending through this divine cosmic love down to us to help us evolve, to help us develop more self-awareness, which is part of our evolution, and for us to tap into this new energy of consciousness that's going to lift us up, raise us to the next level of frequency that is ultimately going to improve our life in drastic ways. Now, I really felt this energy at the weekend, but actually leading to that time, since we kind of hit March, I started to feel the energy coming through. Now, I didn't really know what that was, and it took me some time to feel into it and to really intuit what was coming through. And it meant that I needed to take some time out of my busy schedule at times, just to be with me and this frequency. So at the weekend, the angels prompted me with just a calling to speak, to either write about it, but write about it to tell you about more about it, and also the signs that you would notice in regards to this energy coming through. So they're also bringing down a huge amounts of extra signs just to give us a heads up that we're in this frequency, which is going to be interesting because you might have picked up on that yourself but not realized the increasing level of these signs that are coming through. So this energy is to raise us up to the next level of our own personal evolution, wherever we are right now. And I mean, that's going to be different for everybody because everybody's at different levels. So, you know, one level can be just a matter of breaking through some limiting patterns like fear or anxiety, or that sense of just not really feeling connected. Or it could be health issues where people are starting to move through some of those symptoms that they've been having for a long time and coming out the other side. Or it could be changes in our relationships in regards to how we have that inner knowing who we want in our life and who we don't. And the ones that we want to have in our life, those relationships deepen. Or it's just interests of wanting to learn more, to evolve our mind in its knowledge so that we could then use it and embody it to grow our own wisdom. I mean, it's coming through in multitudes of ways of this evolution force field. And it's different, like I said, it's different for everybody. It'll be different for you. My recommendation for that is to understand where you are at right now and understand where, you know, you almost like where you would like to see yourself in a few years' time, and how you actually feel about yourself, your life, what you want to see in your life, what you want to experience in your life. And that might give you some insight in regards to what you might need to do to help yourself get there. So we're on this amazing journey, and this light is not going to end. I've been told that it's a continuous flow, and more messages are going to come through, which I hope to share in whatever format, whether it's writing or video. So some of the signs that have been really increasing, which is giving us like hard evidence on earth that this energy is here is actually signs from our angels, because they are acting like the catalysts, and it's easier for us to connect to the angel force field than most of us can connect to that pure divine force field. Even though we are that divine force field, we have a lot of mind chatter and egocentric energy in our mind that kind of blocks us. But if we kind of just connect to the angels and know they're helping us and being the channel for us, it can break through some of that. So some of their signs that I've been noticing is, which you may have been noticing more, is an ever increasing sign of repetitive number sequences. Now, there's been lots written on the internet which you can go and Google in regards to the sequences that you may be seeing to give you kind of guidance and messages. Just type in angel number messages or something like that, and you'll get a whole heap of interesting information. For me in particular, I've been seeing a multitude of 444s, which basically is telling me this is where the angels are. They're flooding us through. 444 is coming to me every day, multiple times a day, and it has been through all of March. Now, there's obviously other number sequences like the 1111s, 88, 888, all those kinds of numbers. Whatever it is for you, take a note of that and maybe tap into what that message means for you. But they're coming in a multitude of ways. Like, you're seeing them everywhere. You're seeing them on your clocks, you're seeing them on your car dials, you're seeing them on number plates, you're seeing them in restaurants where you get the number card, you're seeing them in books where you look at the page number. Everywhere it's coming through. And that's just really giving you confirmation that this energy is here and it's here to stay to help us. Some people may also be receiving the actual signs from the angels in an earthly way, which is fallen feathers in a multiple of colours. Now, again, some of the feathers have different meanings for different colours, and there's things that you can investigate again on the internet in regard of what that colour means. It's actually assisting you right now with this energy or with your life situation. The angels just want you to know that they're here to help you with anything when you see a feather, and that for you, if you need help, for you to ask for it. And you can do it there and then with a simple, just a simple intention, a simple prayer, however you want. Dear angels, please help me with, thank you very much, and boom, let it go, and they will go to work. You don't need to tell them what to do. They know exactly what to do. Another thing that then might come from that, or comes in other ways anyway, just to really align you to this new frequency of energy, is increased levels of synchronistic events. It could be synchronistic outward events where things occur outwardly in your life, where you meet people, where you're thinking of them and then you suddenly meet them, or you're thinking about something and then it happens. Or it could be things like in your thought patterns where you're thinking of something and then maybe something pops up in your awareness, whether it be in a book, the news feed, outside in the world, as a physical message in words. Or it could be people talking to you just about things that you have been thinking about. And it's almost uncanny because you almost feel like there's this innate connection with each other. All of us are getting similar messages. So watch out for those. And they have been increasing drastically in my life. I've just had every day, there's been one synchronized moment to the next, and it's not even that I have to go outside from my home. I'm at home and it's happening around me, just in my own physical space, where things are coming into my mind, maybe an insight that I need to do something, and then boom, there might be a message or pop up on Facebook or social media, or something like pick up in a book just to say, there you go, there's something that you need to take notice of. Another thing that's very interesting, there's a call for healing. Now, this is a healing in regards to raising ourselves up for a recalibration and balance. Now, some of this is actually happening spontaneously in our dream state, where when we're open and we've let go of the mind, ego, consciousness, which is that forever thinking mode, that kind of keeps us trapped in that illusion of that mind-based form of world, we open up into a new realm, and then the angelic realm and your spirit guides and your ancestral people are, and spirits are actually sending you a huge amount of healing, and you actually wake up feeling quite good in the morning. You've had an amazing sleep, you just feel on top of the world, or it could be a call to healing where you know something's a little bit out of whack with yourself, and you feel called to have a healing with a person, with a healer, or you feel called to instigate a healing for yourself, and you can always call on the angels to help you with that. And for those that are healers, the intensity of the healing has been increased. So there's actually much more spontaneous, miraculous healings occurring, which are quite profound on a number of levels. It might be quite unexpected of what the person may have come for the healing for. And I've noticed that with my clients, where they've come in with a kind of a mindset of, oh, I've got this urge that I want to heal this. And yes, they were right, there was, but it actually went a lot deeper, and it connected to aspects of the soul frequency and the light and the soul that needed to be recalibrated. And that's when we've done the healing with all of us and the angels in that energy force, using alchemic processes that actually is shifting them to new levels. And physical manifestations of that afterwards are just showing the side effects that healing has actually taken place. They may need to have rested for a couple of days, and then boom, they are feeling fantastic, and they're in a new level of flow and a new level of awareness of who they truly are, which is incredible. And so that happens to me as well when I'm having the healings, when I'm facilitating that. I'm part of that channel. I'm not doing the healings. I work with the angelic realm, and particularly the archangel realm in the alchemy healings. So, you know, if you feel a call for that, it's an interesting experience that could just shift you and align you to this frequency. Another thing that's occurring is an increased level of intuitive ability, whether it's instant thoughts of what you feel coming from others, a sense of, or it's a feeling where you just sense something in your physical body. There might be gut instincts. You might have an instant download of information of requesting you to do something there and then, or to make sure you write it down so that you follow through it, or a divine inspired idea that's going to help you in your life. It's going to help you maybe in your business. It's going to help you just in your energy to move you forward onto your real true purpose, that's coming from your soul, that just wants you to know about that. So again, the increased level intuition is something that you kind of need to learn how to trust that and almost test yourself sometimes. So you hold back and think, well, I'm just going to wait and see what happens. And then things start to flow when you go into that level of trust. And the outcome actually then shows itself in life in some shape or form, depending on what that intuition is all about. So it's absolutely very, very exciting times for us all. Some things that came in, because I wrote some of these down, was also, just to remind me what I need to say to you, is also a level of a real urge to become more present to your life naturally. So that may mean you want to pull back, take some extra time for yourself, and really do nothing. And any inner urges, like anxiousness that you feel, that you might think, oh, I feel I should be doing something, I feel like I'm wasting time. You need to allow that to just flow up and out of you, and then you find yourself in this space of peace and at oneness with the moment. This has been increasing for me, to be honest, since we hit into 2019, and my level of present moment awareness is just growing and growing. And that in itself is actually really aligning me to the new frequency, the new energy that's coming through, that is actually just really already here, but we're just tapping into it more because the gates are open. The angels are really wanting us to embody that. And when we become more present in our life, all the things that niggle us, the worries, the concerns, the anxiousness, the fears, that inner level of unsatisfiedness, however you want to describe it. My mind used to go, oh, I just can't feel satisfied, even though everything was great. All disappears, and you just have this beautiful sense of presence and inner calm and peace, which means you are at one, and it's absolutely divine. So we're being encouraged in this energy to be more like that, and you can do it momentary, just a moment at a time. One conscious breath at a time can put you in that state, and you can do that through the day to start to work on building more and more of that up in you, almost building a new muscle or a new energy frequency muscle that can just tap you into that. And then you'll just notice so much more about your life. You'll be more like all those things I said earlier will just go boom and really increase. You may feel you want to take that time just to meditate a little bit more, but that's not necessarily if you don't feel like that. A meditation can be really just a moment of just stillness, focusing on the breath, being present. However it is you feel you want to do that. So you just go with that flow for yourself, because everybody's different. So it's a really, really wonderful time that I just felt so called to share this morning, really spontaneously. Just like as I woke up, they said, no, you're not going to write, you're going to go on video, and we're going to come through you and share some messages as well. So I actually pulled us a card in alignment with that from a chakra balancing oracle deck, which is basically around energy, and it says grounding. And it's amazing because I really just felt this energy that so wanted us to connect to Earth, because as we're getting this beautiful floodlight in, we need the Earth energy to come up through us to meet this light. And then we will be completely aligned in this beautiful frequency, this high level of vibration that brings forth many, many blessings for us. So if you can imagine now, like you might just want to, a simple practice that you could do every day is close your eyes, take a moment for stillness, connect your awareness in your whole body, feeling your body from your head down to your feet, feeling the earth beneath your feet, and then allowing the energy to go deep, 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 deep down to the earth, all through the earth substance down to her beautiful core right at the center of the earth, which is like a crystalline core, but it's a being of light. It's pure consciousness, and it actually matches the consciousness which is out there. So when you connect to that and draw the energy up, you're aligning with that heaven coming down to earth inside of you that meets at your heart center. So allow yourself to go down, 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 connect to that beautiful core, crystalline light. You may see it in a variety of different frequencies, depending what you might need. It might be bright white, it might be red, it might be blue, whatever it is. And then you just breathe in and draw that energy up through your body and allow it to go all the way out of your head. And then you're drawing that beautiful energy down from the heavens, all the way down to go back down to earth. And then you come to your heart space. And you feel that central connection between the heaven coming down and the earth coming up. And you are aligned and you are grounded in this frequency, connected to earth, connected to the heavens frequency. It's a beautiful practice that you could do anytime, whenever you feel ungrounded or when just that thought comes to you. I would really recommend doing it first thing in the morning every day. and you would just be amazed of that, whatever comes up from that. I call it kind of side effects, because it's a good way, like you start to do that and you start to notice things going differently in your life. You feel more aligned and you feel more present. So when you take that moment, maybe that one conscious breath, when you're maybe at work and you have a moment, you think, I'm just going to align, I'm going to take that one conscious breath, fully aware, in and out, feeling that energy in your heart space. And then you can go about your daily life and the rest of your day in a very, very balanced way. So I'm going to be sharing a few more videos like this, because I've got the call. That's going to be really helpful, and more messages are going to come through from that frequency that we've got, and it's going to be just like a transmission. You know, I'll just act as the conduit, and I just hope that it will help you in whatever way that you need it. And so feel free to comment below. Feel free to give me your insights, what maybe you're picking up, what you've noticed. Feel free to ask any questions as well. Anyway, I'm going to sign off from now. I'm wishing you lots of love and angel blessings, of course, and have a fabulous, fabulous day, wherever you are in the world, and whatever time it is. It might even be nighttime. And just think about some of these things I've shared, and if it feels like it's calling you to really connect to certain things, to really notice certain things, to really practice certain things, then do it. It's the angel's call. Take care now. Bye-bye.